It's BC, the Brain Supreme, here at the Collector vs. Wild show. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of this mission we have to collect, play, and discuss every video game in the known universe. Ultimately, to make the world a less sucky place. How are you going to do that with video games, B? Don't worry about it. We'll explain that later. For now, come on in, have a seat, kick up your feet, and let's have us a good time. Uh-oh. TikTok just emailed me and told me that I'm supposed to be getting some money. So, I probably should go get my money. Yes, indeed. I totally forgot that TikTok owes me money. Forgot all about it, man, but here we are. Face to face. A couple of... So is this the one he's going to splatter it at the camera? Yeah, based on the angle, I think that's what's coming. Yep. Showtime. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Porter Bridges. I honestly don't know why I'm willing to sit here and watch this nonsense. There's something, Kojima's baked some black magic, dark arts into these games. Like, for real, I should hate Death Stranding. Based on everything I've ever said about video games. And I've been talking about video games since no bullshit. I have been talking about video games on the internet since before it was the internet. Since 1993, when I was barely a sperm cell living in my mom's house, on her computer, online, on message forums. This is before the internet. I've been talking about video games a long time. I've been playing and talking about video games my whole life. Right? Even before I did it on the internet and, you know, people asked me to do it and companies gave me materials to do it, right? By everything I've ever said about video games, I should hate Death Stranding. I should absolutely hate it. I do not. And I can tell you this, I'm far enough into the game at this point, and I've put probably 70 hours into it, building roads and doing all the stuff you do in the game that, you know, totally, I'm a hypocrite because I talk about busy work in video games, and that's all this game is busy work. For whatever reason, it works, and it doesn't seem tedious or like it's wasting my time. And I have no clue why. I'm telling you, Kojima sold his soul to a demon. There's some black magic going on here, and frankly, it scares me. It terrifies me a little bit. I have been on what year is this? 2020? Since 2000. Make sure. Since 2002, I have been shitting on Hideo Kojima games, because that's when I played Metal Gear Solid 2 for the first time. I played it deployed, middle of the desert. That's actually how I beat the game, was I had to be on a boring-ass deployment to be bored enough. Because I'm not the type of dude that gets bored. Like, I hear people say, I'm bored. I feel people who say they're bored, you just lack imagination. You need a better brain if you're bored all the time. But in a deployment situation, you're getting bored. I don't care how zen you are or imaginative you are. But I played Metal Gear Solid 2 in the desert, and that's the only way I was able to finish it, because I literally had nothing else to do. We had a PlayStation 2, and it was the only game we had. So I was like, alright, I guess I'm playing Metal Gear Solid 2. I've been shitting on Kojima games since 2002. Talking about they just hate the hide and seek that he calls stealth. It's not actual stealth. It isn't stealth if I have no tactical advantages. It's sneaking. It's hide and seek and praying for the best. But anyway, so I've had this narrative for at least 18 years that Kojima games just, you know, and I'm not saying the games are bad by I would never say that. Metal Gear games are fantastic. They have a lot of issues, but they're great. But I have hated Metal Gear Solid games for a long time. Games. Let me separate game from the story, because I think the stories are fantastic. I wish they were all movies instead of games. I've said that 1,000 times. And where is my damn backpack? There it is. There it is. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Here we go. And I can't even fabricate anything because I have no... Wait, yes I do. What do you mean? How many does it take? Oh, you don't have any chiral crystals. That's why you can't make... Alright, we gotta go back to the front here. Anyway... 18 years I've been crapping all over Metal Gear Solid games for the game aspect. I don't think I've ever said anything bad about the story. Metal Gear Solid 2 gets weird. It's probably my least favorite story-wise, but still, it comes together. Right? It comes together as a solid experience. I don't know. And now here I am playing Death Stranding 18 years later, and everything I've ever said I hate about video games is in this, and I don't hate it. And I can't explain why. I've got some serious soul searching to do, man, to figure out what is my opinion. What is it? Because clearly it's not consistent. As if anybody's opinion is, you know, consistent. But yeah, dog, like I'm out of my mind right now just thinking I don't hate Death Stranding, and I've played enough of the game at this point. Like I'm convinced I'm gonna really like this game by the time, like what we did last night on the stream, fantastic. That's the most fun we've had in the stream in a long time because we've been playing Cyberpunk 2077, and let's just let that chapter of our lives be over. Alright, so let's recycle that, and then let's put some chiral crystals in the system here. Let's give him a good old... Oh, that's all it'll take is 212. Alright, we'll give him what it'll take, I guess. Anyway, what's up, Clem? Good to see you, my man. The Bridget Foundation. There we go. Now I can go back to my room and get my bag back. And then I can make some weapons. We can go outside and kick ass. Clem says, good to be here. That's what's up, Clem. Well, I'm certainly glad you're here, my man. It's always good to see your face, or the virtual representation of said face. Uh-oh, Ryan's freaking out about something. It's probably food related. I just got a text from Ryan. He'll be here later. He's at dinner right now. And then, oh, I got to text Pocket Thoughts and let her know we're kicking it. Like, Pocket, what are we doing?
Good morning, Sam.
I don't think I've ever spelled the word your properly on a cell phone. I always spell it with an I. I suck at cell phoning. I suck at... So I had a video go viral today. Well, actually, it went viral yesterday. It went super viral an hour ago. I just did... Like, check this out. I just got... And I need to start what I'm about to say because we're going to get a little bit funny here and it's going to sound like I'm complaining, but it's just jokes. Let me start by saying I'm super grateful. Super, super grateful that literally over 1 million people today watched something that I did. And what's the funny thing about it is in the last hour alone, that video did 300,000 views. So clearly TikTok likes the video. But it's a video about some dumbass video game mechanic that 98% of the commenting audience, I can't speak to the people who watched it. I assume most people got the point because they said nothing. But for those of you who took the time to comment, first of all, thank you for taking time out of your day, even you assholes who said shitty stuff because your life sucks and you want other people to be miserable with you, right? But in the last hour, we did 300,000 views, right? It's like, it's me talking about a silly video game mechanic. Like, really? A silly video game mechanic, man. Okay, so I don't have enough for the big one. And most of the people who commented misunderstood what I meant. They thought I meant the opposite of what I actually meant, which was funny to watch people very, like, you could tell they were proud of themselves for the comment. They spent an hour figuring out how to write so they could sound funny. And, like, most of them completely misunderstood what I was trying to say. And I admit, I've admitted this many times, I'll admit it again, that I've seen this one before, that what they misunderstood was my fault because I could have done a way better job tying all the pieces of what I was... Like, I made several points but didn't tie them all together. And most people think at a very micro level, right? And I'm trying to make a very macro point. So what people are doing is shooting holes in the micro pieces of my argument, which is fine. There are holes in it. But it's like you're missing the greater point that I'm trying to make by arguing over the goddamn semantics. Right? Which is frustrating, but that's what humans do because we're stupid. Anyway, 300,000 views in an hour over a silly game mechanic. And I literally have videos teaching people how to like lower their anxiety within a minute. Like shit that you can actually use in your life that makes your life amazing. 600 views. But I got 300,000 of people yelling at me for something they think I'm saying that I didn't say. It is unadulterated comedy, dude. Unadulterated comedy out here with people. Oh my god.
I am a dog. You have my heartfelt gratitude.
You're welcome. I don't know what any of that means, but be cool. Let's see, Clem says, dude, everything is iced over by me. At least yours doesn't have a mind of its own. Your cell phone. Yeah, I can imagine. I need to take a look at some of the interviews I have here, too. Let's go ahead and get into our, I think it's in mail or data. I can't remember which. It's actually in data. And we're going to go to interviews because we have to look at, I think, 100 interviews in order to get the achievement. And I think we needed another 16 or another 26 or something like that. So there's 2 more. We're going to count them up here, too. So we are playing this to get the Platinum Trophy. I have every intention to get the Platinum Trophy because thank you, Kojima. You didn't make your trophies an ungodly pain in the ass of complication to do. It's like it's very straightforward. Make these deliveries, get these ratings. All of the achievements are basically challenges for you to get good at the game, which I'm like, yes, yes, more of that. Thank you. Like, God, I hope Kojima makes games. How old is he? I need him living and breathing for the next 100 years. Like, he might be the only dude I buy games from. Him, Piranha Bytes, and Platinum Games might be the only companies I buy video games from in the future. Because the direction games are taking, especially what I saw with Cyberpunk, I'm like, no effing thank you. I'm good. And by the way, I think Cyberpunk is an okay game. I don't hate it. I personally, well, that's not true. I didn't like it very much, but I admit that it has a lot of great qualities about it that in a year after the game is done being early access, which is exactly what it is, once it's done being that, I think it's going to be really good. I might even replay it next year just to, eventually get the achievements because they'll work. All right, let's count. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's 1. Okay, so we're at 78. We need 22 more interviews. Got a lot of mo. A lot of mo. I need to check my mail as well. And see, the cool thing is a lot of video games do this check your email stuff, and I never do it because I don't like reading fiction. Like, it's just not interesting to me. But in this game, there's a purpose to it because doing it will kick off something with one of these preppers where they'll give you a really cool weapon. Like, there's like, at least if the designers wanted you to read this thing that they wrote, they were kind enough to say, and we're going to give you an incentive to do it. Like, if we want you to do this tedious activity, here's an incentive to actually get her done. Here you go. Like, hey, risk reward. Thank you, game designers. Yeah, the world needs more Kojima, man. Needs more of them. Not less. As much as he often makes games that frustrate the shisa out of me, I still want that brother around. Alright, let's claim a weapon here. No, I don't want materials, I want to fabricate. Let's see. Clem says, my iPad died, so I had to pull up on my phone. So get ready to be confused. Why would I be confused? Or I guess, what am I looking to be confused by? What's that about? What might you be planning to confuse me with? Got the grenade launcher. I don't think we're going to need any rocket launchers for this fight. What's funny is the game's like, hey, craft a rocket launcher for this fight you're getting ready to go into. And it's like, alright, I will. And then you go into the fight. And then it's, oh, you're out of rockets. But then there's entities all over the map throwing rocket launchers. Like, why did I waste time building this rocket launcher if you were just going to give me one? You could have just gave me one, B. And welcome to the rest of you that are here who are not commenting. If I have a bunch of lurkers who are here tonight, you're most welcome here. You are under no obligation to in any way, shape, or form engage with the audience. But I'll tell you this. I will tell you this. We would certainly prefer if you chat with us. It's kind of what we like to do here, is chat. Chat it up. Big time. And if you're here, we'd like to acknowledge you and say hello. Say we love you. Right? And if you're new, I definitely want to talk to you because we want to get to know you around these parts. You will find that most of the content that I produce on the internet is not intended just to entertain, but to engage folk, in conversation. Meaning I'd have an expectation that you're going to participate in this little party we're running here. If you'd be so kind as to do so, I know I would be much obliged. Hey, Horizon. Hey, is that the first time we've seen blue sky in the game? What is that about? That's the first time I've seen it, I think. In the game, usually pretty dreary. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing, Jesus? Jesus, like, I don't know. That's me. No connecting zip lines? I'm looking at one, ho! Oh, it's 345 meters away. Sorry.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on. Broken Suba's in the house. I actually thought about you today because I had to use my Suba for a video that I shot. It was a fun video too. It was actually about your favorite game series, Dark Souls, or Bloodborne would be included in the conversation, but it was about Dark Souls. But you guys have heard me tell the joke 700 times. In fact, I have that video is doing well, and a lot of people like it, and I have you guys to thank for it, because if it hadn't been for me trying out that joke on this stream probably 50 times, like a comedian would, it wouldn't have been as polished when I delivered it on video. So thank you for making my comedy funnier. Scheisse, I thought I was just gonna jump.
Amelie.
Wait.
Amelie.
Yeah, we gotta get to Amelie.
How in the hell do I do that?
We don't know, Sam. I thought that was your job to know. Alright, I brought my PCC with me, right? So that should account for what I'm about to do. Actually, no, it won't. It's still too far away. So, let's do this. Yes! Who is the genius who did... Oh, no, never mind. I was about to give somebody credit, and it's not what I think. Never mind. I'm getting excited for no reason. I have no idea why it fell right there. It doesn't seem... Is it that steep?
Think. They're on the beach.
Yep. Alright, invisible wall. I got it. Leave me alone, will you? Because essentially what I'm trying to do here is create a bypass.
It's not like you can just...
Is create a bypass for the BTs. Like, everything I've done in this game has been to avoid BTs. Everything. Alright, so this terrain is not stable enough to place this here. Alright. What about here? Wait, what obstacle is detected? Because there's no... If it's not calling a steep slope, what's the obstacle? Let's see if I drop... No, that'll work. That'll actually work big time. Ah, no it won't. Damn it, I don't have line of sight. Hold on. I think I'm on to something, Jesus. Like, the environmental puzzles in this game aren't really puzzles. They're just the environment's here and you can figure out how to manipulate shit. It's dope. Wait, why are you falling? What's going on here, Sam Porter Bridges? You been drinking? Told you about that drinking, boy. You better slow down.
probably love to send me after Higgs.
Oh, dude, come on, man. Get that obstacle out of my way.
That might work.
And it's still out of range? No, it's not. Alright, so here's how I think we solve this. Lou, shut up! Crying ass baby, shut up!
It's a long way down.
Construction complete.
Alright, so we have an obstacle in the way. But that's alright though, because what we're gonna end up doing, we'll take care of that later. But at least I've got a way into the city for the most part without having to F with the BTs. Now we gotta build another one out in the way out. And we might have to deal with some BTs here, but we are properly equipped to do so. Because I was actually paying attention this time around, ladies and gentlemen, and I didn't bring a second PCC with me, but that is indeed A-OK, because we'll get it on the way back. Yeah, Brian, Cyberpunk 2077 is done. Weren't you on the stream where we finished it? Weren't you here for that? I thought you were. But perhaps you were not. And that is, as they say, a shame. Quite the shame. That you were derelict in your duty to support Samuel Porter Bridges. I'm ashamed of you.
Right.
To think I called you friend.
Today's a good day.
What up, brother? I recognize you, baby. What's happening, babe? Ain't nothing but a party around here for us. Shoot, I keep partying. Look at me. Look how sexy I am. Sam Porter Bridges, baby. Oh, he's telling me what to do. Got it, Sam Porter Bridges. Nice way to build in clues for the player to not have to sit here and figure out what to do next. Now, I wasn't struggling with what to do next because I kind of am on my own mission right now, but well played, Sam Porter Bridges. Or Kojima and Friends. I'm going to start calling it Kojima and Friends because I think we do a disservice to any game studio when we just point to one guy. Like, I'll talk about Cory Barlog a lot because he did such an amazing job with God of War, but that's just a shortcut, you know what I mean? Like, obviously more than Cory Barlog was involved in this game. So as such, it's kind of like, I'm gonna call it Kojima and Friends, because at this point, how hands-on is Kojima at this point? I mean, is he writing code and shit? Which maybe he is, I don't know his process. But like, I need to say Kojima and Friends, because at this point, he is not alone. He's certainly not pulling off no game like this by himself. That's for damn sure. So, props to Kojima and Friends. Look at that double jump across a car! Sam Porter Bridges getting laid tonight! There was somebody saw that. He's getting laid. Oh, Sam, you're not getting laid no more because you messed up the jump! We almost got laid, Sam Porter Bridges. Sam Porter Bridges, I'm trying to redeem your ass. I'm trying to help you get laid. Ladies ain't gonna want to see you faltering. Ah, well. We tried, Sam Porter Bridges.
Keep on keeping up.
Let's see. Jesse Stem is here. Hey, Jesse. Overrated UPS delivery. That's harsh. See, Pocket says, no, not really, Suba. Suba said, wait, you finished Cyberpunk? Damn, I've been missing some shit. Yes, you have, sir, but you've been working hard, so that's cool.
Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Basically, potato salad with thin sliced green onions and thin sliced carrots. Recipe. Okay, so let me help Ryan and the whole room with a little bit of awareness of the human that you are talking to. I will send you a recipe, and Bryant Chambers never need to be in a sentence. Because I'm telling you right now, I will never, ever, no matter how delicious you say that potato salad is, I'll never make it because I hate cooking. Even though I'm not terrible at it, I'm not a fan of it. And like all you people who tell me, oh, cooking is so zen, you're all introverts. Every effing one of you. There is nothing zen about damn cooking for someone who likes to talk to people. And that's a curse, because if you like to talk to people, but you're a certain type of personality, you don't really get along with all that many people. It's like the extroverted asshole should be a TV show about me. Yep, nope. No need to send me the recipe. I will believe you and take you at your word that the recipe is indeed delicious. Oh, he's talking to potato salad. Okay, you're talking to Pocket Thoughts. I got you, man. My bad. I narcissistically thought that comment, just like everything else in the universe, revolves around me. So, yep, I'll shut up and go back to shutting up. Let's see, Broken Suba says, yeah, dude, that last few weeks have been a freaking roller coaster inside a glass case of emotion. I can imagine, man. How's the lady doing, man?
Good morning.
How's all that? How's the whole? You know, we don't have to go into detail if you don't, you know, want to light up the stream with it. But how overall, your lady doing okay? Everything moving along with everything? Let's see. Pocket Thoughts says you need to UPS it to me. I won't be doing any more cooking unless it be a fancy looking. It's funny. Miko could show you how to build some really dope layered cakes. She's well, I mean, she is a chef, so, and a pretty damn dope one. Anyway, welcome to Jesse Stem. Jesse is a new face to me. I don't know if you've been here before, Jesse, but bless you, man. I'm glad, or man or lady. I don't know which you claim to be. Either or, we're glad you're here. We're better for having you. Thanks for coming. Alright, let's see if we can get some butt cheeks on the stream. We haven't had any butt cheeks on the stream in a while. Cyberpunk, the sex scenes was like a huge drought. But, yes! Oh, the blurry butt cheeks. I want the clear ones, baby. Come on. Don't tease me now. According to TikTok, I like sexing men, so. Yeah, so if you guys are just tuning in, you might have missed me say I had a video go viral today to the tune of 1.1 million views. And it's hilarious because, like, first of all, I'm grateful that anybody would listen to any of the stupid stuff I say. What's funny about the video is 300,000 of those views happened in the last, like, hour and a half. Which is comedy. But it's like, I've been making internet content technically since, like, 1993, before the internet existed. So, to have something go viral for a topic that's so silly, like and it wasn't like it was funny or entertaining. We were just having I was continuing a discussion about video game design, and 98% of the people yelling in the comments misunderstood what I was trying to say, which is fine. That it happens when you create content. Sometimes you don't fully express yourself, and then instead of people giving you the benefit of the doubt or asking questions for clarity, they just assume they think you know they assume they think they know what you mean and stupidly yell things at you without trying to clarify. But it's the internet. It's not like people are on there trying to be bastions of intelligence and altruism. There she is. Come on, girl. Get me right.
Keep
Get your fine ass in here.
of your network with Emily's Beach. So it's pretty clear where they went.
So how do we get there?
I can't. But you and Emily have a strong connection. You've been to her beach plenty of times, right? You can make the jump. You gonna come through for me?
I'll try to take him alive.
Promise me. I'm the one who finishes him off. Good. Then I'll help you get where you need to go.
Shoot, after what he did to her, you better damn well let her finish him off.
I
Shit.
can send us both at once. But I'll be right behind you.
I thought you said you couldn't go to her.
I can.
But I can go to you.
I can go to you.
Yeah! Predictable dialogue that's actually good.
The ties that bind us together. The Dreamcatcher will lead you to her.
And then?
The Misanga will lead me to you.
God, the scenes in this game are... Woo! You know if I'm saying that story is good in a video game, it's gotta
I
be
don't
tight.
need a weapon. I'm not gonna take Lou either.
No BTs, huh?
Fragile.
What?
Do you have anything to eat?
Oh,
Oh, the joke! The ongoing joke! So cool. Oh, God, this...
got you hooked, huh? Sam, be careful.
Worst comes to worst. Take care of Lou, alright?
For this to work, I'll have to touch you.
Don't worry, Eric Gray, I see your comment. I'm just being quiet for the cutscene. I'll get to you, my friend.
Now picture Amelie in her beach. You love her, right? You love her. There it is.
Get some, Fragile. Fragile is a freaking beast, man. I really like her character. Alright, now loading. Floating carriers are doing something. Alright, while that's loading, let's take Eric's comment, man. So Eric asks, how do you like the story? Fantastic. I criticize Kojima games all the time, or I have for a lot of years. But the one thing I'll say that's great about all the ones I've played is the stories. Like he always brings it with the story. Death Stranding is no less. And one of the things Kojima understands, and I think it may be a testament, it may be the result of the fact that he is Japanese and not from Western culture, because this is something that Eastern culture gets right a lot in their storytelling, is being more abstract with shit. Because a lot of, like, when you play Western and European games, they beat you over the head with the story, and like anytime I'm playing a role-playing game, I feel like I'm an 8-year-old with, like, is this The Hobbit? This story is silly, even though they're talking about adult shit. It's like the story is so parochial, and it's because everything is so explicit and everything is so well defined, but the story is usually written like shit. And so I think because Kojima's been doing this so long, and he realizes that writing for a video game is hard as fuck, he's like, all his games just keep it abstract. Like, we don't need to explain everything. Don't try. Let the player fill in the blanks with their imagination, and that's what makes. Because he'll make points. Don't get me wrong. He'll throughout the plot, he'll have things that he hits on, but then even that will be some nuanced, super gray area thing that doesn't have any definitive answers. So he's a master at letting the player kind of figure out, what does this story mean to me. And that's why the Metal Gear Solid series, especially Metal Gear Solid 3, as much as I hated the game, the story resonated with me so much and made me like I Naked Snake is the when did I play Metal Gear Solid 3? Naked Snake is probably the third character, sorry, ever in a video game where I can see myself. Because usually video games, the lead characters are so corny or bitchy or just not men, like they're kids. Like I don't behave like that. I'm not 17. You know what I mean? Like it's Naked Snake is me. Like I was like, yep, get it. And that's why I tell you guys all the time, I was really excited and disappointed when I auditioned to be his voice for the remake of Metal Gear that Konami destroyed. Frickin' bastards. But anyway, long answer to a simple question, but I felt like your question had a lot of merit.
Amelie?
Sam? What are you doing here?
You ready to end this? Before the end of everything?
What are you gonna do to her?
What I'm supposed to do? Keep the extinction entity safe until the slate is wiped clean. There's no stopping the sixth extinction. No matter what you, me, or anybody else does, humanity has a few 100,000 years left, tops. Why don't we just cut to the chase? Accept our fate. Let the creatures before us. We all know what's coming. Why delay the inevitable? Those of us with dooms, her, we're all bound here for a reason. We are all of us a part of the Death Strand. In this place, this fucking beach. There's no repatriation here, no. One of us dies, that's it. He goes to the other side. Nice, huh? Lucky loser gets to put an end to this rinse and repeat bullshit once and for all. So, no BTs, no void outs, no bullshit. Just a good old-fashioned boss fight. Stick versus gun versus Strand. One more ending before the end. One last game over.
I am the particle of God. Come on! Well, you're a lucky day.
Boom, bitch! It ain't Roger, you motherfucker! Get your monkey ass up! Anybody else feel like the camera is way more zoomed in than it was when we were playing this game before? Or did I just get used to Cyberpunk being in first person and the camera's always been this zoomed in? Damn, he is lighting my ass up.
Sam, racking your brain to think of a better way. Well, there ain't one. What's it all for? An ending, that's what.
How did that miss?
It's on your side. side, Sam. Here come.
That's a wrap. I'm wondering where it's gonna load me at. What's interesting to me about Troy Baker playing Higgs, like Troy Baker's from like San Francisco, isn't he? Why do so many of the characters he plays have this southern drawl thing? It's real curious to me. Let me see if I can skip this because I don't think we need to watch it again. Let's just get the ass whooping started.
I am the particle of God. Come on!
Come on, Particle. Get your ass beat.
We doing this, Sam?
Doing it, punk bitch.
No use in hiding.
There he is.
On your side, Sam. What's the hold up, Sam?
I didn't bring anything with me, did I? Nope. Nice try, Beach. How you like that, ho? All in your ass. Look at you. Hoeing. Look at you. Punk bitch. You can't. You ain't out of shape, asshole. Come get you some love. Look at you missing, ho. You suck. You're the worst. Oh, you gonna disappear on it, brother? That's cool. Come on, get this ass whooping. You know you want it. You know you need this ass whooping, boy. Easy, Sam Porter. Bridges! Bow! All in your ass. Here I come, too. Oh, that double jump failed me. Come on, double jump. I need you, baby. That double jump is sometimey as scheisse. That works when it wants to.
An ending. That's what. The one
I'm on the hardest difficulty, too. That's why you guys see me getting my ass beat. That's why this looks harder than it probably is for most people. Look at me, all on your ass. Look at you, ho. Disrespectful asshole. Phillips, you wasted it. It's a dishonor even to face your dumb ass. Bow! Here I come. Here I come, too. Pussy.
Just putting off the inevitable. Oh, humanity? It's bucked 6 ways from Sunday. When life itself's been living on borrowed time. Come on, Sam. There's fun to be had. If history's taught us one lesson,
history's taught me one thing, homie. Guys that like to talk a lot during fights are actually not that good at fighting. So, keep talking. And we'll get this fight wrapped up right quickly.
future's got no place for us. You tell me all you want.
That's cool. I just like to get there on my own, ho. I'd like you not to be the person who decides that for us, punk bitch. Alright, I'm getting the impression that there's something else I'm supposed to be doing right now. Besides just chasing this fool around and punching him in the ass. Because he has no life meter.
Where'd you go?
Right here, ho. Pussy. ABR, baby. Always be running. He always goes after the third one. So.
Hey,
That disappeared while I was trying to grab it.
seriously, Sam, it's a done deal.
Pussy. That's how you gonna do this?
Get on over here. Extinction is at hand.
Alright. Alright, let me drop the difficulty because I really don't want to do this 11 more times. And I don't give a shit about game difficulty. All game difficulty is the enemies get more health and take more hits than you do. Difficulty. Alright. Yeah, how about not that? Yeah, very easy. That's even better. Awesome. Let's go to work. Both microphones. Yeah, so I had a video do 1.1 million views today. That was hilarious. I'm still laughing about it. Like, that's the video? That's the one, huh? And I'm looking at a bunch of other videos I made. I'm like, yeah, that's... Wow. Okay. Alright, let's whoop this brother's ass. Can I cut his cord? That's a great question. He's not a BT, so I don't think so, but it's probably worth a shot. The game would make something silly like that, how you win this fight.
Oh, I still got plenty of ammo.
Do you? Watch this jump. Oh, you know I was coming, did you, bitch? Look at your ass. Oh, salty ass. Get out of here, ho. You ain't shooting nobody. You wasn't about to shoot nobody, man. He had on leather pants. Look at your leather pants wearing ass. Get up out of here, ho. Where you at, ho? There's those gunshots we're listening for. It's right here, baby.
Your brain think of a better way.
Pussy.
End it. That's one coming to us all. To this
All right.
land, this city, these people, everyone.
Yeah, so it was clearly he just has more health on the hard difficulty.
I don't need the gun, Sam.
So you just have to
I
keep
can beat you.
you just have to keep doing it. Like, that's not harder, just I guess it's harder because you have more chances to die. But I've never really looked at difficulty as doing more of a thing makes it harder. Like, dunking a basketball is hard, depending on how tall you are. Like, it's...
All the time in the world. If you don't mind omelet.
Punk bitch. Where you at, ho? Come get this lovin'. You don't want this lovin'? Look at all this lovin' I got just for you, baby. I'm about to give it to you, too. Nice try, Higgs. Ho ass ho. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you just hoeing. Come on, at least be a decent terrorist. Shit. Disappointing. Come on back here, ho. We hiding that.
Come on. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, let's. Fragile, get in here. Kick his ass. Uh-oh, my man Gordon Ramsay about to go on somebody. This is gonna be classic. Kick his ass, Fragile. Where you at?
Just don't get it, do you? You can't stop this thing. No one can. We got doomed, Sam. This was only ever gonna end one way. So come on! Sam.
This is a very interesting. Very interesting boss fight. It turns into Mike Tyson's Punch Out, which I'm down with. I like Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Boom! All in your ass, ho! Stamina, baby. Stamina. Hold what you got. Hold what you got. Hold what you got. Stick it. Boom! And pause for 1 second, gang. I need to make sure that I'm not about to butcher a trophy, because you know these games get silly sometimes. Like, oh, when you're fighting Higgs in the final battle, make sure you punch him in the dick 3 times. Frickin' misanthropes. You hate humans. That's why you build trophies like that. Just to troll people, because your life is miserable. Alright, where's the trophy guide? Got it, got it. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Just double checking. Just double checking. It's funny because Higgs actually looks like Troy Baker, so they clearly got him to be himself instead of making him be a whole other guy.
You're getting a little touchy-feely there, Mr. Aphenphasmophobia. Well, congratulations. You won the game.
God, I love this dialogue. It's so appropriate. God.
Too bad you didn't stop shit. Well, get on with it.
Not my role, baby. My homegirl's here for that.
Fragile.
Guess I left a lasting impression. I'm fragile. But I'm not that fragile. This time you're the one who's going to break.
Is that right? I think you'll find our bond is made of stronger stuff. Jimmy Keller, damn it!
Oh, what's this? You're already broken.
Fuck. I'm Higgs. I'm the particle of God that permeates all existence. What are you? Honey, you ain't nothing but damaged goods.
You are damaged goods.
I love that his name is Higgs. The Higgs Boson particle. God, this game keeps coming up with it. The particle of God. Give me that achievement, ho. Love it. Is that gonna bump up my bridge link, hopefully? Nope. Not my bridge link. Oh, never mind. Bridge link's good. I need delivery time. We'll work on it. We'll work it. Don't you worry. You should do Nintendo Power tip videos, and when you get to this part, make sure you punch him in the dick 3 times. That's good. That's a great idea, Sue. I probably should do that.
What took you so long?
I didn't hear a gunshot.
I brought you a metaphor. Take it with you. Tell the lifers with Porter syndrome what happens when you hide behind the mask.
keep it. It's better they hear it from the woman herself.
One more thing. Your little one managed to bring it here by picturing it as equipment. You mind? Babysitting sucks. So where should I send you? Back east?
He doesn't need your help. He's got the chiral network. And he's got me. We can jump east together.
Lucky him.
We appreciate everything you've done for us, we really do. But we're good for now. Besides, I'm sure they need you back at Fragile Express.
Yeah. Better to scoop up all the pieces and put them back together. Wouldn't want to settle for anything less than perfection.
Fragile.
We're square, nothing owed, nothing left to say. So long, Sam.
Come on. Let's go. We still have work to do. Do you still believe in me? Even without Higgs, I am a walking time bomb. I can end it all just like that. But what I want, what I have always wanted, was to be a part of it. For us all to be one. What?
Tell me the truth. Was this all for you or all for Bridget?
This is for our country. For our future, that is the truth. There's something you need to know, Sam. When you were back east, I slipped out of here and I went to visit you.
What? You lied? Fuck me. You have any idea what it took for me to get here?
You wouldn't have come if I hadn't. You didn't care about America or bridges. But we did know one thing you did care about. Something you were willing to cross a continent for. A reason to build the UCA. It was Die Hard Man's idea.
Great. So I'm Mario and you're Princess Peach. You're right. I never gave a shit about this country. I have no ties to anything or anyone but you.
I'm so sorry, Sam. But it all worked out in the end.
I guess that's taken care of.
I know you have questions, but can you save them for after?
Sure.
Sorry, gang. Damn it, man. Fuck. My controller just died for no reason. So I missed that entire cutscene. I'm going to have to reset. Give me 1 second, gang. I'll be right back. right. Hey, mic check. Can you guys even hear me at this point? Quick mic check. Just anybody who's hearing my voice, just let me know that you can hear me before I kick this thing back off, because I need to make sure that we're still connected. I can see you guys commenting, just need to make sure. Okay, Pocket Thought says clear. Alright, so I'm going to kill this. I'm going to... No, I'm not going to do that, whores!
Let's go home.
How do we do it?
Like, I need to, for real, load a previous save so I can see this cutscene again. Damn it, man. Or I guess if you guys were able to hear it, I can just watch it on this stream later.
Do it, we jump like fragile.
No. The beach goes the whole way. We run. Together.
Run?
Yeah. Like Mario and Princess Peach.
Wow. What a line. It's the Rocky montage scene. I'm sorry, this is supposed to be dramatic and I'm making jokes. He's like, I'm about to get laid. Look at that. Sam Porter Bridges getting the butt cheeks tonight. Look at that smile. He knows he's getting laid.
Wait here. Okay.
We need to get you some boots, lady. Come on.
President Bridget Strand. So you finally invited me to the beach. Remember this. It's the same gun. And now I'm using it to make things right. You were supposed to make the world whole, not fuck it all up.
Okay, then. Get on with it. There is no atonement. Not for us.
It can't be.
Is that really you?
Yes. It's me. John. Remember? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Give me back my BB.
You're looking in the wrong place.
BB!
Emily?
Stay back!
Keeping us shrouded in mystery. That's a way to keep the player hooked. There you are. Scan him, scan him, scan him. Where you at? Where you at? Don't leave, bro. I'm trying to connect with you. Where'd you go? There you is. I missed. There he is. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, man. I'm trying to connect with you, babe. Trying to connect with that ass of yours. Alright, never mind. Let's just get on with it. They're gonna make it that hard. It's not that important. You hear what I'm saying, boy? Yeah, I thought it was his sister too, but that you probably thought it was that because I kept saying it. So it's clearly not his sister. Oh, so she was introduced as the sister. That's what I thought. Alright, maybe I'm not crazy. But that was 70 years ago, so I don't really remember the little intricate details of the story. I usually remember the big picture stuff. Alright, let's get to business.
Whoa, Sam, it's me. Sorry, didn't mean to startle you.
Where am I?
Back east of the tar belt. Your private room. You have Amelie to thank for that.
Where is she?
We don't know.
She didn't head back east?
No, but after she saw to you, she contacted HQ and left us a message.
Saying what?
I'm going to finish what Bridget started. Just that, and then... gone.
Bridget. I saw Bridget on the beach.
Sam, please. You yourself burned her body, remember? She wouldn't have remained on the beach. Couldn't have. Not even if it was her daughter's beach.
Check the logs. You've got them, don't you?
Sorry. We didn't get any of it. The only record we have is the one in your head. What else do you remember?
That guy was there too. Cliff. He took Die Hardman hostage.
The director?
That part you believe?
Well, it would explain why we haven't heard from him for so long. I always suspected him. But now I'm starting to piece together a different narrative. Something's been bothering me, you see. We've been operating on the assumption that Higgs was controlling Cliff. But that can't possibly be correct. Because Higgs is gone, and Cliff is still causing trouble.
We think Higgs
Cliff
is
is the
gone.
mastermind.
Yes. He's likely holding Amelie and the director captive on the beach.
And that's where I'm going. Wait a minute. Where's Fragile?
She's safe here with us. But so long as you're over there, she won't be able to send you to the beach.
What?
You must understand, Sam. While you were unconscious, the situation changed quite a bit. We'll explain everything, I promise. But first, you should rest. All right?
Fuck rest. I'm going back to that beach.
And little Lou doesn't need a break either, I take it?
B, did you play through the war scenes? How did I miss them? Yeah, I played through them a couple times. I'm trying to remember when those streams were.
The chiral network from coast to coast. And you dealt with Higgs, the UCA's enemy #1. We couldn't have come this far without you. But there is still one final step. We have to swear in a new president and establish a functioning government. Only then will America be whole again.
Why don't you save that shit for someone who cares? I've done my part. Fuck America. We've got bigger problems now.
I hear you, Sam. Government is the least of our concerns at this point. Cliff has Amelie, which means there may not be anything left to govern come tomorrow. If tomorrow comes at all.
Then why aren't we out there doing something about it? I don't care what she is, only that we get her back.
Right you are. Rescuing Amelie and averting the 6th extinction are one and the same. But neither will be possible unless you first come back east. We are in no position to give you orders, of course. But believe me when I say, it is the only way.
There she is.
Sam, everyone's here but you.
Fragile transported us back to headquarters.
You okay?
Never been better.
Hey!
Delivering so many people in such a short amount of time is new.
Mama. No, Lochner.
Yeah, I'm here too. Figured I should lend a hand.
We're all waiting for you, Sam.
The whole team's back together. Keep it black now.
Am I hauling myself all the way back there? Come on, Fragile. Let's do this.
I can't, Sam. And not just because I'm a wreck. It isn't safe to use the beaches to move people anymore.
Chiral spikes have become far more frequent.
Possibly as a result of expanding the network nationwide. Too many beaches sharing the same space, wires get crossed, and so forth. You can see the toll it's taking on the network itself.
With things the way they are, it's too dangerous to risk jumping through a beach. Even if I reach a beach, there's no telling where I'll come out on the other side. And I could get stuck in there. That's why I can't go to you either. But if I could get to the entrance of the beach, I should be able to get you there.
The beaches are still there after all. I can personally attest to that.
So yeah, you will need to hold yourself all the way back here.
All good.
Once you have, I promise I'll take you to Amelie. Straight to her beach.
The two of you share a very special connection. Your dreamcatcher, her Kipu. They are no mere trinkets. They are singular, irreplaceable totems, embodiments of your shared memories. Two sides of a coin. The price of entry to her beach. Dreamcatchers are a product of Native American tradition, that of the Ojibwe people, to be precise. They were said to ward off nightmares, to alter one's dreams. If Dooms is indeed Amelie's gift to us, her shared dream of our future, perhaps your totem is an invitation to change it. A test, challenging you to find hope amid their hopelessness. While we await your return, I'll search the beach for Amelie and the director. I doubt my ties to them are strong enough, but better that than sitting around doing nothing.
I'll see if I can't find something in the records on the three of them. Maybe they're more connected than we know.
We're waiting for you. The way home should be easier, right? Hurry back east. You already know the way. And when you get here... Oh.
Oh. Finders keepers. Now, get out of there, and make sure you head east, towards Lake Knot City. There's no cargo to deliver this time. Or rather, you're the cargo. That's the mission.
That's fine.
Gross.
Yeah, tell us about it, Sam. But yeah, Pocket, I played through the war scenes, and that would have been on the old or the other YouTube channel, and all those videos I took down. So that's why you missed it. You weren't able to. Usually, what you do when you miss a stream live, you go watch it after the fact. It would have been one of the ones I took down before you got to it. Is the answer to your question. What am I drinking? Says Clem. Same as always, man. Actually, this time around, it's homemade seltzer water. I didn't buy it. I started making my own because my wife was at the grocery store the other day, and I was like, yo, pick me up some bottled water. She's like, dude, do you know those cases of water are like $20? And I thought I was buying cases of water for like $8. I was like, no. I was like, never mind, I'll make my own. Not that serious. She's like, yeah, dude, you're going through $100 of water a week, so... if you want to keep doing that, knock it. I was like, no, I'll make my own. It's not that serious. Ryan says SodaStream. Yeah, that's exactly right. The good old. So I'm drinking my water in my custom-made bottles from SodaStream. iFlame says, B, how do you think 2021 will be? You think it will get worse with COVID? Well, I guess that depends on how you define worse, right? Like, do you mean that, like, are more people going to get infected? I mean, I think the numbers are still increasing every day, right? No, I mean, what's going to happen is a lot of people have had it. They're going to start building immunity to it, right? I mean, you ask the biologist. He's in here. He could tell you exactly what's going to happen. Like, he could use math and tell you exactly what's going to happen better than I could. So... ask Ryan's opinion on what's going to happen with COVID, and his won't even be an opinion. It'll be rooted in science. But I think, practically speaking, you know, my lane, which is the big picture shit, no, I think naturally people are going to continue to build up immunity to it, and we'll eventually beat it.
Child special. One of a kind.
A baby candidate.
Either that, or...
a sacrifice.
A foundation. A bridge.
Right now, the government response is worse than the disease. No argument there. But I mean, did anybody expect that not to be the case? Like, it's the government. That's what they do. Mediocrity. That's what they're there for. Kidding me? Give me something. Give me something I can work with. I guess we'll have to take it. Pink ride. It's better than no ride. Let's get after it. This would be cool because we haven't gone back to the east side of this game in quite some time. And I imagine the fast travel is turned off for this mission. If I had to guess, I'm going to say the fast travel is probably turned off. Actually, I know it's turned off because fragile can't. I forgot fragile is how you do that. So never mind. Yep, fast travel's off. Here we rock. Here we rock.
Sam,
Sam.
it's Hartman.
What up, Hart?
Be advised that chiral density in regions predisposed to strandings has increased dramatically.
Yeah.
No doubt the beach is to blame. BTs drawn into our world under these circumstances may be affected in unpredictable ways.
Word. Ah, yes, I love it when a new song for the soundtrack comes into the game. Awesome. I hope this song plays all the way back. That'll be really cool. Oh, dagger. I thought they were connected. Rock slide for the bitches. I don't know who the bitches are, but If they like rock slides, there you go. Ooh, some more music. Yeah, bring it. All the music in this game is dope. I know I'm getting copyright claims left and right. That's cool. Claim all you want, copyright owners. If you think you can make an extra 0.0007 cents from the 20 views this video is going to get, knock yourselves out. But just heed my warning. Keep over-encumbering people with ads and watch how much they don't pay attention to your shit after the fact. Advertising in terms of its effectiveness has been on the decline since the 1970s. It's not getting better. That's why YouTube ads are getting more and more and more aggressive. I literally bought YouTube Premium just to shut YouTube the fuck up with the ads. And they're going to keep getting worse because the ads are not being as effective. Because people are burnt out on learning about the BMW they don't want to buy when all they want to do is hear how fucking Cyberpunk 2077 was. So keep playing around, Google. You already know you're vulnerable because ads are your model. I hope you've been doing shit to fix that in the last couple of years. But in the meantime, feel free to let music copyright owners make 0.08 cents from this shit-ass video.
Sam, do you copy? I've been looking
bastards.
into Clifford Unger and wanted to share my thoughts. To recap, Unger was a U.S. Special Forces operative whose retirement roughly coincided with the death Stranding. After he left the service, he somehow became involved in the early BB experiments. However, he died before they ended. Now, while the circumstances surrounding his death are not entirely clear, I'm beginning to suspect that these battlefields of his are at least partially sustained by his enduring emotional attachments. Anger, resentment, regret. I'm pretty sure it's got something to do with the BB experiments. That much seems clear given his repeated attempts to steal Lou. Cliff seems to be driven by a compulsion to reclaim our BB, as if that will make him whole again. A compulsion so powerful that he was not only able to drag himself from the depths of hell, but bring a piece of that hell along with him. One thing's for sure, he's nothing like a BT. We need to know the whole story about his death and his connection to the BB experiments. I'll keep digging and let you know what I find, Sam.
Word. I think we already know what you're gonna find, brother, but keep digging. Keep on keeping on with that digging, baby. Ain't nothing but a bundle of love. I feel like I missed a turn somewhere. I did. That's funny. It's all good though. We're gonna make it work. Are we though? Hold on. Where the hell am I? Alright. I'm not terribly far off. I just came too far east when I should have gone west. How do I get right though? Alright, yeah. Let's turn it around, y'all. Bigga. Well, yeah, for those of you talking about the scenes, yes, it would be obvious to all of us because we've seen the Cliff cutscenes, but all of that happened in Sam Porter Bridges' head. Like, that's not happening for everybody to see. That's just us basically having those hallucinations. So the only one that would know the context that we know is us, because we've seen it. But all the NPCs in the game aren't read in on any of that stuff because Sam hadn't talked about it. There we go. That's the one I missed. Look how close we came to that rock, son. Oh, make no mistake, the designers set that up perfectly. Like, let's... Ooh, I got 1,300 likes, ho! Look at my likes! Getting laid, getting laid. I gotta tell my wife I got 1,300 likes. Hey girl, I got them likes. Get naked. Alright, let's get it. Hang in there, Sam Porter Bridges. Alright, we're charged up.
Beginning scan. Scanning Bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter. Decontaminating. All clear. Welcome.
Exactly what I was hoping would be here. Old Faithful, baby. Yes, sir. You ain't got no likes yet, but you gonna get some. Don't you worry about a thing. Keep on keeping on, baby. Sam Porter Bridges. Speed burst for that ass that needs a speed burst so we can get to our people fast. I hope my team is buck naked, waiting on me to get there. Everybody get naked. Why we still got all these clothes on? You should have been naked. It's like a song about a guy disappointed by a strip club where the strippers went on strike. Should have been naked. Shouldn't have had on clothes. Look at us pimping on. Look at these roads we spent all this time building, Jesus. Aren't you proud of us? Humans are some fantastic creatures, man. I gotta give it to them. Hey, there's the opposite of our truck. What's up, ho? Yeah, baby, great taste in trucks. Nothing but love. Captain Commando, I saw your name. Much love. Shouts out from the Collector vs. Wild show, Captain Commando. Get your naked ass out of here. Let's speed it up. I imagine, based on my recent TikTok videos, if I keep doing them and getting 1.1 million views in a day, I imagine I'm going to be getting more calls from game studios in 2021 for some help. I was helping a guy I really liked with his studio 2 years ago, and when it was funny because I bought one of his games at my local retailer. It was like, yes, he took my advice. Good on him. And I hit him up. It's like, yo, I bought your game, man. Thanks for thinking my advice was a good idea. But anyway, I imagine after they hear my stupid ass rants about video games. They'll be like, this dude hates every video game he's played. We need him to help us quality control our games. Because if we can get that dude to like, seriously, if game publishers were smart, they would hire people like me as consultants to play their games and just be like, your game is shit. Fix this, you know, and they don't have to agree with everything I say, but because I am prone to get very annoyed at shit that everyone else just kind of puts up with, they'd be like, yo, get Brian in here. If we can get him to like the game, and I don't mean like it from a like personal preference standpoint. Of course, if they make a game that touches all my personal preferences, then that's fine. But I'm thinking of it more from like a Death Stranding situation where everything about this game dictates that I should hate it. But I am having the time of my life. There's something there, and I think it has a lot to do with the discipline that was put into designing it and keeping a lot of things tight that most games try to keep really loose and suffer for it. Cyberpunk certainly is a victim of that kind of thinking, but it's like, yo, bring that dude in here because he hates everything, but every once in a while he'll talk about a game that he loves. We need to figure out why he loves those.
You're not going to believe what I found. It's about the BP experiments, their true purpose.
Oh no.
According to official records, they were continued in secret on the order of President Strand, supposedly with the primary objective of developing BT detectors and preventing void-outs. Any advancements that could be applied to the fields of chiral communications and beach research were meant to be of purely secondary benefit. But it turns out, that's just the cover story. The truth is, Sam, BBs were originally conceived as catalysts for the operation of the chiral network. They're integrated into the infrastructure of Knot cities for that very reason. Every single one you've brought into the fold. It was probably Amelie herself who installed them as she moved west with the first expedition, carrying out her mother's grand plan, making sacrifice after sacrifice on the altar of progress. President Strand told the people what they wanted to hear, and did what she thought had to be done. Also, America could be whole again. But I'm starting to wonder if it didn't cost her soul. The chiral network is our greatest creation, our proudest achievement, and our guiltiest sin. I don't know how to feel about it all. Maybe if we knew more about Cliff and the BB experiments, we'd be better placed to judge. I'll be in touch.
Yeah, maybe you should do your job and figure all that shit out. Stop interrupting me on my leisurely drives when I'm trying to talk to my friends. But you did interrupt me with something that was interesting, so that's fine. But yeah, man, I'm telling you. They'd be like, yo, this cat hates everything. But every once in a while, he'll play a game like Nier Automata, and he has no complaints. He just says the game is amazing and everything about it's amazing. Like, what was up with that game that he didn't hate it? Get him in here. We need to figure out, like, especially dialogue. Like, get a guy that hates all the shit you do to critique your shit. And tell him to be honest. Like, yo, I know you hate this type of thing, but, like, give me an unbiased, even though you hate it, how would you rate it besides your own bias? Like, instead of getting people that like it, get people that hate that shit. Like, Shigeru Miyamoto should hire me every time they get ready to make a Zelda game. Be like, come on in, man. Listen, this is how we want to do it. Like, listen, Shigeru, if you make another dungeon like that one in Breath of the Wild with all the moving pieces and balls and mechanics, and it was dark, and I had to have listen, man, I will whoop your 90-year-old ass if you make another dungeon like that. Listen, I understand Zelda is predicated on shitty, obtuse puzzles. Alright, so I'm not gonna take that away from you because you and your stupid ass fan base like that shit. But you're all crazy. At least tone the shit down, because you got out of control with it in Breath of the Wild. Cut it. And then the puzzles would get tighter, they'd be more fun, but you still get your puzzles. Just let a guy that hates and like abhors puzzles and shit just let him tear your shit apart. like one of the music directors that would hire me as a freelancer to come in and play with her gospel group would often pull me aside and be like, "Hey, what do you think about this song? Listen to this song we're working on." And the reason why she'd ask me is because she knew I hated gospel music. I can't stand it. It's like, but she's like, if he likes this song, then like, because I can always separate my personal preferences from what's real, right? Like, I can admit there's awesome gospel songs. It's just a genre of music that, in terms of my taste, it ain't for me at all. But of course, there are like, as a musician, I can set back and evaluate a song on its merits despite my personal opinion. She'd be like, "Yo, this song good? Like, yeah, this one actually hits hard." So my opinion to her was more valuable in some ways because she's getting it from a guy who hates this type of music she makes. But if he's telling you, "Yo, this song is dope," then she can believe it. Like, "Yo, this song must be dope if the guy who hates it loves it." Man, this rain is vicious. I should be at Homeboy's house by now, but I guess I'm not. Oh, no, we gotta go around the bend. All right. Everybody get naked in the bed. Or wherever you are. You ain't gotta be in the bed. Wherever you are in the game characters. Alright, stand by one. Map check. Alright, Lake Knot City's where they wanted me. Tracking. Bring it.
Hey, Sam, I see you're coming up on Lake Knot. Stay strong. We're all rooting for you to finish the job and come home safe. By the way, I've made more progress in a certain investigation. It seems that Clifford Unger willingly put his own child in the care of the scientists conducting the BB experiments.
That was obvious.
But he did so completely unaware of their true intentions. This is pure speculation, but I think when Cliff found out about their plans, he attempted to reclaim custody. And after he failed, the BB remained in the program's care. In which case, he would have every reason to bear a grudge towards the president, the woman who allowed it all to happen. Don't you think? Of course. But just because President Strand is dead, doesn't mean his hate died with her. No, I think he redirected it towards Bridges. Towards you and Amelie and anyone close to the director. And now that hate is driving him to set in motion the last Stranding, to bring an end to the world as we know it. Why else would Cliff hold Amelie hostage on the beach? He must know that she's an EE. There's no time to lose. You have to save her and the director. Though I still don't understand how he managed to travel to her beach in the first place. There must be more to their relationship. I'll see what I can find.
Yeah, dig it up, homie. Appreciate the love. Stay black, keep it strong. That's a little country western song I wrote. I never made it into anything though. Maybe I should. Lights! Sam.
Got a moment, Sam? It's about the director.
Alright.
So there's no way he could have made the jump to Amelie's Beach if they didn't share a strong personal connection, right?
Correct.
Well, I looked, and I couldn't see one. The network should have contained something, anything, but there was nothing whatsoever.
It was Bridget, ho.
His entire life prior to his tenure with Bridges has been redacted. His name, his past, everything. There's no telling who he was. Which led me to consider another possibility. What if it isn't the director and Amelie who have a connection, but the director and Clifford Unger? And what if that connection is what facilitated the director's jump to Amelie's Beach? If it's those two who have a personal history, then it might explain why Cliff is holding the director hostage as well. But even if that were the case, it doesn't answer the bigger question. How the hell did the two of them end up on Amelie's Beach?
Sam, Hartman here.
Hey, brother.
There's something else I'd like you to consider.
Word.
A guess, albeit an educated one, concerning Cliff's objective. Somehow, with the aid of the chiral network, our individual beaches have begun to coalesce, resulting in the formation of a single massive seam. Should this process continue, there is a risk that BTs will flood across into our world, bringing about a death stranding on a heretofore unprecedented scale. Now, Clifford Unger's battlefields and my own beach appear to be unaffected by this phenomenon, existing entirely in isolation. They do not and have never intersected with others. But what if there were another class of beach, one that exists on a higher plane, that was responsible for setting this process in motion? And what if the beach in question were none other than Amelie's? Cliff may have summoned
That's
the
what
director,
Higgs said.
but I believe his true aim was to seize control of Amelie's Beach, to exploit its power over every other beach, and trigger the last stranding. It's the only rational explanation for Cliff's actions.
But Higgs already said that.
Which is why you have to stop him.
I still don't
If
think
Hartman's
Higgs is
right,
dead.
then we're in serious trouble. Using the chiral network in Amelie's Beach to trigger the last stranding? That's why Higgs went after Amelie, wasn't it? If it was Cliff who put him up to it. Yeah, it all fits. With the last stranding, he'll finally have his revenge against the world that stole his life and his child. You've got to stop him, Sam. You've got to make the jump to Amelie's Beach as soon as possible.
Well, let me get off
Get
this
in
phone so
and
I can
get
do
her
it, ho.
back. It's our only hope. If you can't, then we're all doomed.
All right, cutscene time.
done, and it made me scared. It made me brave. Sorry it took me so long. Don't make the same mistake. Be yourself. Be free. Captain, I need you to hand it over.
Shoot him, John. Shoot him! I gave you an order. Shoot him!
Sheesh. All right, we get 2 trophies tonight. Woo! That's like Jesus coming back, baby. Wasn't the guy's name in Die Hard John McClane? And this guy's John Die Hard Man? Kojima be vicious with the Easter eggs, boy. Get some. Yes, sir. Cliffordio. Oh, snap. Are we on his beach, son? Yep, he called BB to the beach. Woo! A helpful hint. Aim for the location I indicated in compass mode. L1. Switching between Audra deck functions. Use this into spotlight. Light will shine whatever direction. Okay. Well, let's figure that out. And I think, my friends, let me take a look at some of the comments here. I think this is where we're going to shut down the old Death Stranding for tonight's run. I think this is a good place to stop, and we can pick this up possibly mañana. I know tomorrow is New Year's Eve, so I don't know if you guys are all partying. I am married with kids, so I stopped partying a very long time ago. But I may still stream at some point tomorrow. Just remains to be seen. But for tonight, let us, if the game will allow, go ahead and give it a save. I'm sure we have an auto-save. Yeah, it's not going to let us, which is fine. It auto-saved where it's supposed to. This game's really good about that. Not too worried about it breaking or anything of that nature. But man, what a sequence of events tonight. So just to give you guys a little bit of perspective, we just started chapter 11. So that means we have 12, 13, and 14 left to go. But to kind of help you out, we got through 3 chapters tonight. Like we finished 8, 9. I'm sorry, we finished 9, finished 10, and now we're starting 11. So that's what I was saying a couple of streams ago, where when we get closer to the end of the game, it's going to go really fast. Whereas, streams were taking me 7 4-hour streams just to build the roads. But I said once we get back to actually playing the story, the game is going to go really fast because the chapters are not very long. I mean, this is a game you could probably beat, I'm guessing, in 15, maybe 20 hours if you just laser through it. Obviously, I've been playing it for trophies and stuff like that, so there's no lasering whatsoever as far as I'm concerned, or as far as this playthrough is concerned. But yeah, we should. I'm still projecting we will finish at the very least the Death Stranding story mode by next week. Because, you know, as with all my streams, most of these games I'm playing blind. You know, I'm experiencing it for the first time like many of you are. So I think we should still finish the story by next week, if not this weekend. And then we'll have to figure out, you know, on the PlayStation, do we go to Persona 5? That's kind of where I'm leaning. That's what I'd like to play. But then I'm still trying to work through what I want to do on Xbox, because another game came to mind last night after I talked to you guys. When we were talking about, you know, what do you guys want to watch next? What do I want to play next? One of the games I left off the list was Crackdown 3. Now, the challenge with Crackdown 3 is I love Crackdown 3. Most of the world, I love Crackdown, period. You know, the first Crackdown I think is my 5th favorite game of all time, so do the math. But the challenge with Crackdown is the rest of the world doesn't give an F about it. And I noticed when I streamed it, the first time I ever streamed Crackdown, when I did my playthrough of it, the streams just weren't that well. Like, just no, even the people who follow me didn't want to watch Crackdown. You know, I guess for whatever reason that game's not particularly interesting. I imagine games with stories work a little bit better with streams because there's kind of a, it's not just me running around doing random stuff all the time. There's kind of a focus, and there's discussion points based on plot points and stuff like that. So I think we'll stick to games that have at least some semblance of story, or we'll just go all in on games that have no story. Like I want to play Raiden. I want to play through the Raiden series with you guys, but that's going to require me. I think the original Raiden, I've got to go back to Sega Saturn. I think that's how old that game is, which means I got to go buy a Sega Saturn, because I want to. And if you don't know what Raiden is, it's a spaceship shoot 'em up game. And so Raiden 1, actually, I think it's on a bunch of systems, so I should be able to find that. Got to get Raiden 2 and 3. I have 4 and I have 5. Actually, I have Raiden 3 too, I'm pretty sure. I think I have 3, 4, and 5, and I just need to find Raiden 1 and 2, because I'd love to play through that whole. It's a fantastic series if you love those old spaceship shoot 'em up games. It's amazing. It's a great game. It's not one of the super ridiculously hard ones. Like, you can actually beat this game. It's challenging, and you can make it super hard if you want to, but the base game is just kind of fun and challenging. So I'd love to play through that series, and that has no story other than, you know, Captain, you have to fly the ship and blow up the shitbag alien. Game, you know, like that's pretty much it. Let's see. Broken Super says he works till 9 p.m. He doesn't party anyway. That's funny, man. I was impressed by the atmosphere of these war scenes. What were your thoughts about them, B? Oh, it was everything that Kojima does from a story perspective. It's the best. It's absolutely the best. And what really intrigued me about the war scenes is the scenes were clearly from World War. Like when they were enveloping who this Cliff Unger guy is, he's running around in Desert Storm gear, and he's from the Desert Storm era. In case you guys didn't pick up on that part of the story. Oh, I'm sorry. No. He's from my era. He fought in Afghanistan, but. What's interesting is he's running around in the uniform that I used to wear, which is two or three uniforms behind what soldiers wear now. So he's running around in that uniform, but the battlefield was from World War I. So it's like, why is he running around in all this desert gear during World War I? Like, that's not the uniform. And so I was trying to figure out, is he old and from World War I, and is these flashbacks like, so it was really confusing, but in a cool, like, All right, we're fighting. Clearly, and clearly he wasn't from World War I because you can just look at his gear and his weapon. Like, what are we doing? But the game was happening in World War I, so I'm like, what the hell? Why are we doing trench fighting? This dude's crazy. But yeah, I loved the war scenes. It was really eerie, really surreal. But that's Kojima, man. He's the master. Like, I will never, well, not never. I will rarely bitch about cutscenes with Kojima going forward because they're good. You know, we can get him to tighten up his gameplay, and Death Stranding was a step in the right direction, baby. It's still got a little bit too much of the Metal Gear shit to it, but for what the game is, I don't know that you could have gotten away from it. So I'll forgive the clumsiness for how you have to manipulate this game. I'm not just running through corridors shooting people. I'm carrying packages and, you know, building stuff. So that's cool. So yeah, the war scene was really interesting because in the scene, you're not fighting in the war he's from. He's fighting from either Desert Storm or Afghanistan, but that scene's from World War I. It's the trench battles. Pocket says, I'll be sitting on this exact chair at New Year's, and fireworks are banned here in Sweden. So Sweden's just got a no fun policy. That's what they're doing. Clem says, download RetroArch. If you can't find them physical, I mean. Is RetroArch that phone app you were talking about? Did I ever check out Skyforce? No. But I also don't remember you telling me to check out Skyforce. Because I have children, which means I have a horrible memory. Like, you don't even have to get old to have a bad... My memory's been bad since... What? My memory's been bad since my 20s, dog. I've had kids that long, so we good. Skyforce, said Clem. Let's look up Sky. What the hell is Skyforce? Clem, if you're recommending damn mobile games, I'm gonna whoop your ass. What is this? Okay, no, it's on Steam. And it's on Nintendo. Alright, I'm looking it up. Skyforce. Do you want Skyforce 2014, Skyforce Reloaded, or just Skyforce? Which one am I supposed to be looking up? Pocket says, no way. That's interesting. Yep. iFlame says, nope, just game night with the family. Alright, so I'll plan to try to do something with you guys tomorrow, assuming, you know, the world doesn't open up and swallow all of us. Broken Super says, B, what would a team up of Guillermo del Toro and Kojima look like? I don't know. Wasn't I can't say that name. Guillermo. Let me actually say it in Spanish instead of like a gringo, because then I can pronounce it. Guillermo, wasn't he involved in Death Stranding? I thought he was. Was he not? I don't know. You know what I mean? Wasn't he involved in... Like, I know he's obviously an actor in Death Stranding, but wasn't he involved in the writing, too? But I assume you mean what would happen if they made a movie. Oh, dude, they'd kill. They would murder... If Kojima... Like, I honestly don't know why Kojima has not made a movie yet. Like, I wonder if he's... like most humans, because he's kind of superhuman, right? He's crazily successful, but is he like most humans and he's like he's not doing it because he's afraid to fail, even though he succeeded so crazily at everything else? Because I've had stints in my life where that's affected me, where it's like, I didn't jump out and do that thing because I was scared to mess it up. I'm in my comfort zone. Like, I wonder, like, is he just staying in his comfort zone with games, or is he just too damn busy with games to be bothered by it? But I think of... Yeah, Kojima and Del Toro, I'd watch it. It'd probably end up being one of those movies I watch all the time. You can use it on PC, but you can use it on phone, but better on PC. Okay. They're working to get it on Steam. It's mobile as well. Yeah, it looked like it's coming to Switch, too. 2014 is the better one. Okay. Hey, B, do you like Ninja Gaiden? Heck yeah. Well, let me qualify that statement. I like. I'm going to turn the game down in my headset so I don't have to feel like I'm screaming. I like the original Ninja Gaiden, which is an arcade game, and it's fantastic. It's the best Ninja Gaiden ever. I don't know why that one never got the remakes. I really like the NES version of Ninja Gaiden, despite the fact that it is one of the most horribly masochistic, just brutal games ever made. And it's not that the entire game is that hard, it's the game has choke points, where basically the choke point is the two major choke points in the game are the second to last level and then the final boss. And if you lose all your if you use up all your lives on the final boss, it sends you 3 levels back, and so you got to do this whole section of just hell over again. I loved it as a kid. I did beat it as a kid, believe it or not. I don't know how, because I beat it again as an adult back in like 2013, 14. I went back and played it. But I played it with save states, so I cheated a lot. And using the save states, it was still near impossible to win. And I was like, damn it, how did I beat this as a kid? And then as I thought about it, I was like, oh yeah, no, I actually remember. It was summer, I was out of school, and I played it for 7 hours one day. And took breaks and ate. Like, I just basically made Ninja Gaiden my full-time job and was good at it. And so that's like when I see the younger gamers these days take umbrage with some of the things I say about games wasting our time. Like, I'm empathetic. It's like, and I get why what I'm saying doesn't make sense to you. 23-year-old guy who goes to work, plays Madden, and beats off and goes to bed. Like, I get it. Like, you don't have my life, so these encumbrances seem like nothing to you because you don't have the freaking time suck of trying to save lives. Or at the very least keep 4 of them from burning your house down. So, Ninja Gaiden, yes. I didn't like the 3D Ninja Gaidens. So, long answer to a simple question, but I think the context is important. Yeah, I like the 2D. I love the arcade game. Really love the NES game. After that, not really. I don't even really like the sequels on the NES games. And then 3D Ninja Gaiden was too hard, and I was like, I don't care enough to get good at this. And, I was an adult by the time I played 3D Ninja Gaiden, and I just didn't have the time. It's like, I want to say by the time I got around to playing 3D Ninja Gaiden, was I still in the army? Hell, I might have even been out of the army at that point. It was just like, I got shit going on. I don't have the patience. That's what kills me with Bloodborne, is I just don't, in my mind, I don't perceive to have the time it would take to get, quote-unquote, get good. And the payoff for getting good is so small that it's just like, it's not big enough for me. The payoff in games like that's not big enough. That's why I don't stick with them. Alright. Suba says, looked it up. No creative involvement, but that is meant to be his likeness. Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, you just thought the guy looked like him. Yeah, I thought it was him, but I stand corrected. Clem says, I should buy Crackdown 3. Yeah, man, I love Crackdown. 3 was great. It made a lot of improvements over the original. I don't think I had the raw amount of fun that I had with the original, because nothing's like your first time with Crackdown, man. Nothing's like your first time with Crackdown. Now, for most gamers, their first time with Crackdown was being pissed off because they bought the game to get the free Halo 3 demo. And so they only bought it to get the Halo 3 demo, and then were pissed that they spent $60 or whatever they spent on a game just to play a silly demo. And so they were like, the game wasn't... Crackdown is not a modern enough game for the gamer that's looking to play Halo. Crackdown is a game from like what I grew up playing. Like, basically Crackdown is just 3D Robotron. That's all it is. It's the exact same concept. It's move around very quickly and take out lots of enemies very quickly. Move around quickly and take out enemies before they take you out. and do it in these kind of cool settings where there's all these obstacles, you can blow up shit. It's just an advanced version of Robotron. And a really cool one because you basically get superpowers in the game that let you jump over buildings. Listen, man, if you give me a game that's going to let me jump over a building, I'm in. I'm in every time. And I honestly wish more games were like that. I would, if I could take all this hyper-realism bullshit out of video games, I wouldn't take it out completely because there's people who like that and they like simulations, and I think they should have their stuff too. But the games that are trying to emulate realism, stop. Just let me jump over the building. Like, could you imagine if you could jump over buildings in Skyrim? That game gets immediately more fun. Because now I don't have to spend 4 hours walking around a mountain trying to find the entrance. I can just jump over it. Like, I'm good. Done. What's for lunch? Or at least let me ride a dragon. But yeah, Crackdown 3, the only review thing that I heard about the game was I walked into GameStop to buy it, and the guy was like, hey man, just word of advice. A lot of the reviews said this game is mediocre. And I said, appreciate you, man. I used to review games too, and just for your edification, this is the guy that runs the GameStop near me. I said, for your edification, I think 99% of game reviewers could not review a game for me. So, I'm cool. Like, everything they're saying about this game being bad, I promise you I'm going to like. Because that's how this works. And it's exactly what happened. And the only thing I heard from a reviewer that I can even remember is he said the game wasn't innovative enough. Like, it's Crackdown, bro. What you want? It's Crackdown, bitch. Like, you blow up shit. You get cars that go fast, blow up some more shit, get cooler guns to blow up some more shit, you level up, you jump a little higher, level up, you jump even higher, level up, you're jumping on top of buildings. Like, what did you want? Like, this isn't Grand Theft Auto. There's no great story that you get to be a part of because you love wasting time watching people do shit instead of you doing it yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta like action games. You gotta, it's not fair because I think everybody likes action to a degree, but you have to like games that are more about playing than about watching. And what I've learned with this younger generation, man, it's inverse. It's inverted. They want story over gameplay. It seems like every time. Because these games that get all these crazy great reviews, I'm like, this game ain't that great. What you talking about? I mean, the story was dope. I don't be hyping it like. Anyway, Crackdown 3 is great. But you gotta, my whole point is you gotta like that type of game, otherwise you'll be disappointed. Pocket says, no, it is him, B. Guillermo is dead, man. Okay, I stand corrected again. Or he's dead man, Guillermo. That's funny. Clem says, when I got the grenade launcher, oh dude, you gotta get the rocket launcher, baby, with the lock on. Oh God, I love Crackdown. That's the game I need to stream. I need to see, is regular Crackdown backwards compatible? That's what we need to do next, is regular ass Crackdown. That's it. And I'm just gonna title every one of the streams Crackdown, the best game ever made, so everybody can come yell at me about being a boomer. It's funny. I jump highest building and just yeah, dude. And there's no fall damage. Oh, hallelujah to Jesus. No fall damage. No carry limits. Just, well, there are carry limits in that, you know, you can only carry, I think, 2 guns. But who cares? It's fine. Let's go. Because there's guns everywhere. You can just pick another one up if you don't want the one you have. There will be plenty of guns wherever you go. It's great. Freaking great, man. God, I love Crackdown. You know what? I never got all the achievements in Crackdown either. Maybe I should make it a point to do that type of playthrough. Because I got Crackdown before I cared about achievements. I just played the games to play them. Broken Suba says, finally, B announced his next hit game from Succinct Studios. Just jump over buildings, smash it. Halfway through, you're jumping over a building, and the mascot dragon bursts out of a window and says, oh man, you guys are great. I was building skills for driving last, and I kicked myself because Unlocking the minigun in the car was... Oh, damn, you can unlock a minigun in the car? Damn, I missed that part of the game. I am slipping. But I can jump all over the place. Never needed the car. Yeah, well, I'll tell you, in Crackdown 3, you have a greater use for the vehicles. And the vehicles do some cool... Like, they were talking about no innovation. I'll remind everybody that said that you can drive a car up the side of a building. And when you get up, like, jump the car, like, you could drive a car up the side of the building. Magnetized to it. I mean, what else do you want, man? You jumping over buildings, your car can drive up buildings. What are we doing? What are we doing out here? It's not innovative, baby? I mean, I'll buy that. But that's all? You just didn't have anything good to say about the game because you don't like fun. You need a great story. You need an epic storyline. Innovation. Get your ass out of here. Clem says the spider buggy. I don't know what the spider buggy is, but no, your agent car actually. You get your agent car can morph, I think, into 3 different types of cars, if memory serves me right, and one of them can climb buildings. You don't use that feature too much in the game, but you can, and there's like achievements I think associated with some of it, which I thought was cool. Let's see, iFlame says I can never beat the 3D Ninja Gaidens. Yeah, I never got past the first level, so you probably did better than I did. I have 1 and 2 on 360. Yeah, me too, man. I have the whole I really hope they're going to make a Crackdown 4. Like, please, Microsoft, don't listen to the reviewers because they're dumb and they don't know what fun is. They forgot about what fun was when Final Fantasy VII came out and made everybody start paying attention to convoluted ass stories. But come on, Crackdown 4, baby, we gotta have it. We also need Two Worlds 3, although I would actually rather, because I didn't love Two Worlds 2. It's good. It's good, but it's not. It's missing the whimsy, for lack. I don't have a better word for it, that the first one has. Right? Instead of making Two Worlds 3, which sadly was supposed to come out during this console generation and never did. Like, Two Worlds 3 was announced before the PlayStation 4 came out, and then it was just like, yeah, we're good. But instead of making Two Worlds 3, I actually wish, or do both, it would be great if they did both. I wish they would do a remaster of 1. Like, fix the frame rate, make it look good, make the combat a little more smooth, tighten that up a little bit, right? Add some of the mechanical improvements that Two Worlds 2 introduced, but remove the running on ice part that it added, right? Go back to just the straight up controls and just fix the visuals, clean up the voice acting. Or you could just do all new voice acting if you wanted to. Just get actors to do the cutscenes. You could do the cutscenes separately. And it would murder. And, like, with the tech that they have now and the resources we have access to now, they could make a game that legitimately could compete with something like Elder Scrolls. Because Two Worlds just wasn't built. Like, they called themselves the Oblivion Killer, which I think was smart because it was marketing genius. Kind of backfired because nobody liked the game, but everybody knows the game. Right? I would love to see them fix the first one and just really tighten it up, and then get a Two Worlds 3. But for me, it was an Oblivion killer. I enjoyed that game. I mean, I tell you guys all the time, Two Worlds is my favorite RPG of all time. But to play that game again, but clean. Yeah, man. I'd be all over that. And granted, someone's going to say eventually, oh, you could just play the PC version. Yeah, could. I have, actually. I actually have a copy of the like, I own it on Steam. I own a physical copy of it on PC, still newly wrapped in the plastic. I have 2 collector's editions still in the plastic. And I think I have 2 copies loose of just the regular game. Only have 1 copy of Two Worlds 2, and I almost bought the collector's edition of that, but my guy that was selling it was incomplete. So I was like, dude, I'm not paying you full price for that shit and missing everything in the box. And that's not fair. He wasn't charging full price, but he still was charging $50. I'm like, nah, Like, you drop that joint down to 25, we'll have a talk. But if it ain't coming with all the collector's items, which is why I'm buying it, I own the game. I don't need the silly game. I want to collect. Spider Buggy is the Doom Buggy Spider-Man has. Oh, that rides on walls. Okay. Let's see, stream it. You could be the voice of Crackdown. Well, if I thought Crackdown needed a voice, or had a voice that anybody was going to listen to, I think I'd take you up on that. But maybe I will, man. Maybe I will. I'll check to see. I'll check it tonight, actually, to see if Crackdown. I think it's Microsoft's game. It can't not be backwards compatible. They made the damn thing. So yeah. And then if it's not backwards compatible, we'll figure something else out. But I think, yeah, maybe. But you know, I still want to play Fable 2, though. Dagnabbit. And the reason why I'm having a little. The one time you guys will hear me be sentimental. I played Fable 2 at a time in my life. It was right around Christmas, and it was like the darkest hour of my life. Was when I played that game. But in that darkness, in the fucking emotional and mental hell that I was in, Fable 2 was like this thing that I remember enjoying and bringing me a little bit of joy in the middle of it. You know, among other things, obviously, that are important to me in my life. But I was in a pretty dark place, and Fable kind of pulled me out for 5 minutes and reminded me that, hey, this world can still be kind of fun. Let's get after it. And I just remember I was playing it around the holidays. I played it from Thanksgiving, I think, right up to Christmas. It was right around the time I beat it. And I remember I was playing it at my mom's house, because back then, I don't think I had any kids yet. And, you know, the whole family would spend the night at my parents' house for Christmas. But now we all have kids, so there's no room for everyone. But, yeah, it was a great time. It's a great time in my life that I remember pleasantly. Real pleasantly. And actually, I think I did have my first son during that time, but he would have still been a baby clown. And then Pocket Thoughts is chanting Fable. Cool. But yeah, so like I'm nostalgic for Fable, even though we're technically out of the holiday window. It's still wintertime, and I associate Fable. And weirdly enough, I think I played Fable 3 under the exact same conditions. So yeah. Like, there's a part of me that's like, yo, I want to do this. I want to play Fable again. So I think, yeah, we'll do Fable for now, but let's put Crackdown on the shelf. Because we'll get there. You're right. I need to be the voice of Crackdown, man. For the 8 people who will listen, I'll be the voice of Crackdown. Anyway, friends, always a pleasure to hang with you beautiful bastards. I love you dearly. Don't let anybody tell you any different. We are stronger than I, as always. I'll see y'all mañana.